Hi, my name's Abby.
Hi, my name is Jane.
Hi, Jane. It's so nice to meet you. So how long have you been coming to the shelter?
Oh, only about a year. I don't come all the time because I don't need to. I have a place to live, but sometimes having help with my meals is nice. I have 2 kids, and it's nice to have a little extra help. I also heard that you're going to be here working on your interviewing skills, and I would really want to help out.
Well, I really appreciate that you're here to help out today. That's wonderful. I'm hoping that through our conversation we can talk about your daily activities and maybe get to know each other a little better.
I am really here just to help you out with your interviewing skills. They are very important skills to have.
I agree. They are really important skills to have. Can you tell me why you think they're so important?
Well, it's important to have good interview skills so that you can get a job. It's very hard to get a job these days. I would know.
Wow. Well, do you have a job right now?
No, not right now. I've been trying to get one, but times are tough right now.
I agree. Times are really tough. What have you been trying to do to get a job?
Well, I've dropped off some applications and been doing some research, but I just haven't had a lot of time. Being a single mom with 2 kids, it makes it really hard to find the time to get a job, and people don't want to hire me. But that's enough about me. I'm here to help you with your interviewing skills and tell you about my daily activities.
Well, I do really want to know about your daily activities, but it sounds like trying to find a job is a really big part of your day. Can you tell me about the frustrations you've had with trying to find a job lately?
Well, nobody wants to hire a busy woman with 2 kids that barely finished high school. All these places want specific skills and degrees, and I just don't have any of that.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing right now is that you don't feel like you have the skills you need that employers are looking for right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, I guess. Nobody understands what I've been through. Nobody gets me.
Well, would you mind telling me why you feel like nobody gets you?
I don't know. I just feel like I've been through a lot, and I want to make a good life for my kids, and nobody out there wants to give me that opportunity. Shouldn't you be asking me about my daily activities? Isn't that what I'm supposed to be here talking to you about?
Yeah, you are here to talk about your daily activities, but I also want to hear more about your feelings that nobody gets you. I think that would be a really hard thing to deal with, and I think it's important to explore those feelings if you feel comfortable talking about that.
It's very complicated. I have come from some bad stuff in the past, and it seems to just follow me around.
Oh, well, do you feel like these things from your past are affecting your daily activities?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. How is your everyday life being affected by the past?
I just feel like I'm always running away from my problems, and I make my kids and their safety my priority. And because I'm worried about them, I can't do anything for myself to get my life together. I hardly sleep because I'm always thinking about the bad stuff I ran away from. When I finally do fall asleep, then it's time to wake up and start my day. By the time I get the kids ready for school and make sure they make it to school on time and that they are safe, then I'd be ready to get them home from school and doing their homework. My kids are my world. I don't want them to end up like me. They will be better than me.
Well, Jane, I'm definitely hearing all the love that you have for your children and how much you want them to be successful, and that's so great. But I feel like in the process, you're kind of neglecting yourself too. Do you think it's important to take care of yourself so that you can be the best mother you could possibly be for them?
Yeah, but there just isn't time.
Could it be that maybe you're spending all your time trying to better the lives of your children and you're forgetting that maybe you need to better yourself and that everybody's suffering as a result of that?
Maybe, but I want the best for my children. I want a different life for them than what I had.
I agree, and I think that's great that you want what's best for your children. But maybe we can talk about some ways in which we can make some time for yourself and then set some goals that you feel are important for yourself but would also benefit your kids. You mentioned that you feel like you're always running from your problems. Can you tell me some ways that you can maybe stop running from your problems and maybe just sort through them?
I don't really know.
Well, I heard you talking about how you were really struggling with sleep, and I think it's really important that you get sleep every night. It sounds like you are so exhausted that not sleeping is affecting your entire day.
I hate not sleeping. I have no energy. It takes a toll on my kids, and I never get anything done during the day.
Absolutely. Well, do you have any ideas of how you might be able to de-stress yourself before you go to bed, and that way your mind is clear so that you can get a good night's rest?
No, my mind is constantly remembering the past and when I left, and what if my kids are taken from me? It's a never-ending nightmare in my head.
Wow, those are some really strong feelings. How do you think you would feel if maybe you kept a journal by your bed and then every night you wrote down all the things that were bothering you? Maybe your fears or all the things that run through your mind before you fall asleep. Get them all out on paper, and then that way you can close your journal, put it beside your bed, and go to sleep with a clear head. Do you think that would help out?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess I could try that.
I think that would be good. And it also seems like it would be a good idea if you could find some time in your day for yourself that you aren't with your kids.
I guess I have a couple hours while the kids are at school, but I have to make sure I pick them up on time.
Definitely, but how do you spend those couple hours you do have to yourself when your kids are at school?
Sometimes I go for walks, and sometimes I read in the park if it's nice out. Occasionally I'll stop in the diner to see if they are hiring a waitress, but they never seem to be hiring. Or they just don't think I'm good enough to be a waitress. But in general, I like to stay close to the school in case one of my kids needs me and I need to pick them up early.
Well, have you ever had to pick up your kids early from school?
Well, no.
Well, I think that it's great that you're trying to see if the diners nearby are hiring. You don't know what is out there unless you keep trying and keep checking out what's there. And I really don't think it has anything to do with your skill level. Jobs are really hard to come by right now, and a lot of businesses aren't hiring. But let's maybe brainstorm some other ideas for what you can do during those few hours that you have free until your kids are ready to be picked up. Are you able to access a computer nearby, and maybe you could look at some jobs online?
Yeah, the library has a computer that I could use, I guess, and it's close to the school.
Well, that's a really great start. So you have some resources that you can use at the library, and it's close to the school in case your kids do need you. And then you could be at the school at no time at all. Do you have any interests or ideas of what you'd like to do?
Well, I've always had an interest in doing hair and makeup. I spent a semester at cosmetology school before I had to leave to get away from some bad stuff. I was doing well in school, and my teacher said it all looked like I had a good eye for hairstyling.
Wow, so what you're saying is that you have a talent in doing hair and makeup, and you even started a school for cosmetology, but you had to end that because of some things that were happening in the past?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think this is a really, really great place to start. And if you're still interested in cosmetology, then I definitely think you should consider pursuing it again.
Well, I did hear about a cosmetology program that was part-time so that students could work and go to school.
That could be a really great thing to look into. How do you feel about going back to school with your kids being in school as well?
I feel like my kids would be very proud of me. They're always telling me I should go to school for cosmetology because I'm always doing their hair for school.
Well, it sounds like something that you are very talented in, and that could be a really fulfilling career for you to pursue. Have you considered any scholarships or any opportunities that they might have out there for single mothers?
No, I hadn't heard of anything about like that.
Okay, well, it's definitely a good idea to look at all the resources that you have available online, and you might be surprised what you find out there. There's all sorts of opportunities just waiting for people to take them up. Do you feel like going to cosmetology school and getting started in a program is something that you could do?
Yeah, I feel like it would be hard to do all of this just during the afternoons when my kids are at school, though.
Yeah, that could be hard, but maybe you could pick your kids up from school and then you, as a family, could go to the library. They would be able to get started on their homework, and you could still have some time then to look into the jobs and the different things that you're interested in.
Yeah, I think it would.
Jane, I feel like we have really made some great progress today. Can you tell me how you're feeling about the goals we discussed?
I'm feeling a little bit better. I think it is a lot to think about, and it makes me feel a little overwhelmed because I hadn't considered going back to school before.
Okay, well that's understandable. Let's talk about those feelings of being overwhelmed. Tell me exactly what they're making you feel.
I mean, it just seems like I had no plan and no goals, and now all of a sudden I have a plan to get excited about and an opportunity to get a job in something I actually like. What if I don't finish? What will my kids think if I fail at something?
Those are very strong feelings, and I can see why you would feel so overwhelmed. In a short time, you've allowed yourself to get excited about something that would not only better your life, but even the lives of your children. It is important to remember that the first step in this whole process is setting goals, which you have done. And the next step is to pace yourself and understand this isn't going to all happen overnight. You need to stay focused on the end goal and take all the steps in between at your own pace. Do you feel like this is something you can do at a pace that you feel comfortable with?
I think so. I still feel a little nervous, but I think I can pace myself, and I know that my kids would really have a better life if I did this.
Jane, I think it's wonderful that you want to do this for your kids, but don't forget about what we talked about at the beginning about taking time for yourself. If you're trying to help yourself, then you're helping your children in the process too.
I think you're right. It will just take some time to get everything on track.
Well, Jane, I think we've accomplished a lot today, and I'm really proud of the ideas that you had and the goals that you set for yourself. I believe you have the tools to be successful in these goals, and I really hope that you follow them.
Thank you. It was nice talking with you.
It was so nice talking to you too, Jane. I hope to see you again.
Thanks.
Thank you.